What is up, everybody? Fox with Tiger Force here to bring you a special public service announcement during an intense war. This thing is crazy, but we've got some very important topics to cover for the whole clan. Stay tuned. All right, we are in the midst of another awesome war, and while I show some of these replays, I'd like to go over some things that the co-leaders think is very important: how to become elder, how to succeed as a clan, and generally how we are going to be more and more awesome. Also, plus some updates of what we discovered during our testing with clan composition. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, clan composition. You guys have noticed we did some tests. What did we determine, and why now are we all of a sudden recruiting Town Hall 8s and 9s and going 40 to war? Well, we did a series of tests, and we also visited other clans that were having very good luck with war, and we wanted to know, what are they doing differently, what can we do differently. And one of the things we discovered is that while our clan composition was very top heavy, we had a lot of Town Hall 10s, Town Hall 11s, as opposed to the other clans that also had Town Hall 8s and 9s. That was the biggest differentiator between us and some of these other clans that were having a lot of win streaks. So what was essentially happening was we were focusing a lot on individual bases and trying to unengineer post the update, when it seemed that, according to our scientists and analysts that we had on the job, Supercell kind of pulled back that engineering factor. And what really became more of a factor as opposed to engineering was actually the stratification or composition of the clan itself. So what was happening was, since we had so many upper bases, we were bringing so many tough opponents in against us, and then all of our lower bases, our Town Hall 9s attacks, were essentially meaningless. So what was happening is, if we went to war with, let's say, 20, and let's just say that 5 or 6 of our bases were Town Hall 9s, those bases had no one to attack on the enemy side. So we were essentially wasting, if there was 5 bases, there would be 10 attacks. So we were wasting 10 attacks every single war, which was spreading out our upper bases and causing us to get really stretched thin and only having 1 hit per base. So by bringing in a bunch of lower bases to give everyone a target, now all of a sudden we can spread out more evenly. You've probably noticed in the last couple of wars that you've not had to stretch so hard. You haven't had to go against such a tough opponent, because now we can move the brackets down a little bit so that things are more within everyone's reach. And we'll talk about brackets here in a moment, but hopefully that makes sense to everyone. If anyone has questions about that, let me know. But these new compositions, I mean, they're much more predictable, they're much more in our favor, and it's going great. So next question that we had come up was how to not get the boot, so to speak. So what is going to have a person be a long-term member of Tiger Force, and how to essentially not get kicked out of the clan, which we're just going to get the negative thing out of the way first so we can focus on positives. So there's really only 2 ways to get kicked out of the clan. The first way, which is like with any clan, is not attacking. So, I mean, if you don't attack twice in war, you will get kicked out of the clan. I mean, it's just a matter of when. Depending on where you're at and how strategic of a position you are in the clan, it may happen, after once or twice, or it may happen after 3 times, but no more than that. If you go a few times or a couple times, not getting both your attacks in war, you will get kicked out. The second thing is not being a team player. So I don't know if y'all have noticed, but our co-leaders spent a lot of time on this game looking at all the bases that are left to attack, looking at who else can attack from our side, looking at how many attacks the enemy has, how many stars they're going to get. We're calculating max stars on both sides and trying to figure out who should attack where. So when someone all of a sudden decides that they're going to go off and just attack some random base without first checking the overall strategy, that just completely ruins it for the entire clan, and that will eventually get a person kicked out as well. Now, that brings me to my next point, which is elders. What are elders? How do you get to be elder? What does being an elder mean? So in Tiger Force, an elder is a very important role. It's not just something a person gets by being here a long time. An elder is someone that does not need to state their target before attacking. They can essentially attack whichever base they want within the bracket that's assigned in the clan mail. So, how do you get that prestigious title. And also, by the way, really the other thing with an elder too is they do have leadership roles within the clan. So if a leader, like a co-leader or a leader, is not on to help direct and route where someone can go, the elder is the next person in line to be able to help direct people. So we do want people to take that role seriously. But how do you get to be an elder? So there are elders in the clan, and an elder is determined by a person who understands their attack level. So what I mean by that is, if you are attacking in war and you keep getting, not max stars, and I would say like a max star in most cases is like a 3-star. There are some bases where the max amount of stars we can get on that base is a 2-star. But if you're like not getting max stars on a base and you're choosing bases that are like above your level that you can kill, then you don't understand your own ability. Now, it's okay if a person is not as good of an attacker as another person. Not everyone can be good as, say, like MC, for example. We all want to be, but not everyone's there yet. That's okay. As long as you know what bases you can kill, then you can get 3 stars and we can win as a clan. So how the brackets work also tie into how to be an elder, okay? So what happens is, in the clan mail, I put together brackets of the ranges that I feel that town hall level should be able to kill. Now, when you look at the range, let's say bases like 25 through 35, when you look at all 10 of those bases, in most cases, in most cases, the defenses are similar throughout the entire bracket, but the designs are different. Now, sometimes it's weaker the farther down you go, but sometimes a base is engineered and it's actually more difficult the farther down you go. What's important to do is look at the entire bracket, look at the base design, and think of what plan of attack you would have for that base. Now, if you look at a base and think, oh man, this one's going to be a piece of cake, that's the one to attack. You should always go for the highest base that is a piece of cake to attack. Not the highest base that you might have a chance to 3-star, but the highest base that you know you can for sure 3-star. We consider that like a guaranteed 3-star base. That's the one to attack. If you are consistently hitting those guaranteed 3-star attacks, then you will get elder, because at that point, we don't have to get on there and say, yes, you can attack this base, or I think you should attack this one. You understand your ability. And we want to get everyone to that point, because quite frankly, we want to get to a point where everyone is an elder and the co-leaders and leaders don't have to route at all. You guys are just autonomously attacking and destroying bases. So, by the way, if a cool live attack comes on here, I'm gonna have to flip to it. So that is how to get elder. Another thing, obviously, with elder is teamwork and being a team player, and demonstrating leadership skills. That just goes with being a leader. So that's how you get elder. The next thing is calling your shots in the brackets. So it's very important for, well, 2 things. The first thing is how to call your shots. So when you look at your bracket, you get on chat and you basically say, 23 and 24 are guaranteed 3-stars for me. And then at that point, a leader will get on and say, okay, go for either one, or go for 24. Then that's how you get on and call your shots. It's as simple as that. It's difficult for us when you say, who do I attack? Because we don't know, you should know how you attack better than we know how you attack. So if you want to just look at the bases and give us an idea of 2 bases you feel confident on, then that will help. Now, if we're like hurting badly and we need somebody to drop down, we'll let you know. But calling your shots helps me know that you're a leader, and it helps me know that you're starting to try to read bases, and that helps us appoint elders. By the way, this was another amazing attack by Brown. Brown has like just been killing it lately. Okay. When to attack. So this is very, very important for the overall clan as well. It's important for Town Hall 9s to attack as early in war as possible, and Town Hall 10s as well. The 11s have to wait until you guys attack before we can go, because we may need to drop down and cover for you guys. But the problem is, if we have lives too every once in a while, and we have to get our attacks in early, it can really mess up war. So we understand you guys are busy, but if at all possible, if most Town Hall 9s and most Town Hall 10s can go early in war, the Town Hall 11s will be waiting, so that way our backs aren't up against the wall towards the end. So, first night, if you can get them in, Town Hall 9s, Town Hall 10s, that'd be awesome, and if you just kind of plan that way. Also, we are starting this a little bit later, so that way the Town Hall 9s and 10s who are typically in an earlier time zone can go before us as 11s. That's super helpful. And then my final point in this video is how to upgrade bases, how to upgrade in general, heroes and walls. Heroes by far, and you guys know this, heroes are probably one of the most important things because they're offense and defense. And as you guys have seen time and time and time again, the heroes are the ones that make a difference between a 2-star and a 3-star, in fact, like max and not max attacks. So heroes by far first, walls also make or break a war. So we want people to focus in on those two things. And then finally, Infernos and Eagles, any of these really big ticket items, don't be dropping those without a leader's approval, because we want to make sure that we are adding the right amount of war weight as we move forward. We don't want to add too much war weight for your offense, and so we'll talk you through that. So I guess in summary of all of this, we are doing great. This has just blown up in terms of wins, and in terms of, better than I ever expected. I thought there'd be a lot more of a transition. So I really appreciate all that everybody's doing. If you have questions, let us know in chat. Please let us know in chat. This is our clan. This is not Fox's clan, this is not Taz's clan, this is not MC's clan, or any leader or elder's clan. This is everyone's clan, even to the members. So talk about it in chat. We take everyone's opinion seriously, and we want to win, and we are winning. So keep up the good work, guys, and let's keep kicking butt. Make sure and subscribe to us on YouTube, and if you're active and competitive, head over to Search Clans, type in our hashtag, and request to join. Make sure you reference that you found us on YouTube, and we look forward to seeing you soon.